You're watching footage of something that almost no human has ever seen. This is happening 1,000 meters below the surface of the ocean, in a place with no light, no warmth, and no sound, except one thing. That click just traveled 2 kilometers in the dark, and whatever made it is about to kill something the size of a school bus. Let me tell you why that thing you just watched is completely biologically impossible. Or at least, it should be. Sperm whales breathe air. They're mammals, just like you and me. So how is one of them hunting a kilometer underwater, in total darkness, holding its breath for over an hour? Because evolution found a way to build the most extreme predator on the planet. And it did it by breaking almost every rule we thought we understood about large animals. The sperm whale is the largest predator that has ever lived on Earth, bigger than any dinosaur. Its brain weighs 8 kilograms, the biggest brain of any creature in history. And yet, for most of the 20th century, we had almost no idea what it actually did down there in the dark. Today, we know. And it's weirder than anyone imagined. Here's what most people get wrong about how sperm whales hunt. They picture teeth, big brutal teeth snapping shut on a squid. But female sperm whales, half the species, have almost no functional teeth, and they eat just as much as the males. So how? The answer is in that sound, those clicks. Because the sperm whale doesn't just use sound to navigate, it uses sound to hunt. Scientists now believe that at close range, a sperm whale's sonar click is powerful enough to stun or disorient prey. We're talking about a sound so loud, it would permanently damage human hearing at distance. One of the loudest biological sounds ever recorded. The whale fires it like a weapon, focused through the largest nose structure ever evolved, called the spermaceti organ, which takes up 1/3 of its entire body. That organ isn't just a head, it's a biological cannon. The giant squid. For most of human history, it was a myth. Sailors called it the Kraken. Ancient maps literally labeled the ocean, "Here be monsters." They weren't wrong. Giant squid can reach 15 meters. Their eyes are the size of dinner plates, the largest eyes of any animal alive, evolved specifically to detect the faint bioluminescent glow of predators moving in deep water. They are watching for the whale. Their tentacles have suckers ringed with razor-sharp chitin, the same material as insect shells. When a squid grabs something, those suckers cut. Every sperm whale carries scars from these fights, circular scars, some bigger than a dinner plate. You can read the history of a whale's battles just by looking at its skin. And here's the thing, the squid doesn't always lose. We have found whale stomachs with squid beaks inside, hundreds of them. But we've also found whale carcasses with severe injuries consistent with giant squid. This isn't predator and prey. This is a war. It's been going on for millions of years, a kilometer below the surface in the dark, where no one can see it. Until now. Here's something that should bother you. Sperm whales nearly went extinct, not millions of years ago, within living memory. Whalers hunted them for the oil in that giant spermaceti organ. It was the perfect lubricant for industrial machines and the cleanest burning lamp fuel on Earth. By the mid-1800s, sperm whale oil literally lit the world. American cities, European cities, running entirely on the bodies of the animal you just watched hunt. By the time synthetic alternatives arrived in the 20th century, sperm whale populations had collapsed by up to 70%. which means almost everything we now know about sperm whale hunting behavior. The clicks, the sonar, the war with the squid. We learned at the last possible moment. We nearly wiped out the most complex predator on the planet before we ever understood what it was doing. And the deeper we look, the more we realize we still don't fully understand it. Because sperm whales do something down there in the dark that has no parallel in the animal kingdom. Something that, depending on how you define the word, you might call culture. Sperm whales have dialects. Different populations, different clans, use different click patterns, not just different sounds. Structured, learned, passed down sequences that scientists call codas. A whale born into one clan learns that clan's coda. If it encounters a different clan, the coda is different. They know. The whales know. We've now identified at least 18 distinct vocal clans across the Pacific Ocean. Each one maintains its own acoustic identity across generations, across thousands of kilometers of ocean. The only other animals that do anything comparable are humans, some great apes, and a handful of bird species. So when you watch that footage again, the whale in the dark, closing in on the squid, you're not just watching a predator hunt. You're watching a member of a culture, an individual who was born into a group, taught how to communicate, taught where to hunt, taught what sounds to make and what sounds to listen for. An animal that has been doing this exact hunt, this exact dive, in this exact darkness, for longer than our species has existed. And we almost never knew. If that doesn't make you want to know what else is down there, I don't know what will. Subscribe, because next video, we're going deeper.